A grateful dog is better than an ungrateful man. A sinner who lifts up his hand in prayer is better than a devotee who lifts up his head. It is impossible to lay hands on that which is not predestined for us, and that which is predestined will reach us wherever we are. A student without the inclination to learn is a lover without money, and a pilgrim without spirituality is a bird without wings. A sinner who lifts up his hand in prayer is better than a devotee who lifts up his head. Whoever interrupts the conversation of others to display the extent of his wisdom will assuredly discover the depth of his folly. A learned man without practice is a bee without honey. In life's griefs and sorrows, I have never been broken heart and lament, but only one time when I have no shoes, nor enough money to purchase the shoes. I reached in Kufa's mosque in surprised and shocked condition. Whenever you argue with another wiser than yourself in order that others may admire your wisdom, they will discover your ignorance. When the belly is empty, the body becomes spirit, and when it is full, the spirit becomes body. An enemy to whom you show kindness becomes your friend, accepting lust, the indulgence of which increases its enmity. A little and a little, collected together, becomes a great deal. The heap in the barn consists of single grains, and drop in drop make the inundation. The best loved by God are those that are rich, yet have the humility of the poor, and those that are poor, and have the magnanimity of the rich. People are crying up the rich and variegated plumage of the peacock, and he is himself blushing at the sight of his ugly feet. Most of the birds of the old world can be found here, as Oman is on a strategic route for migrating birds. Oman overall has great animal and plant biodiversity because it has mountains, desert, coastal areas, and rich coral reefs. The best loved by God are those that are rich, yet have the humility of the poor, and those that are poor, and have the magnanimity of the rich. Forgiveness is commendable, but apply not ointment to the wound of an oppressor. You who feel no pain at the suffering of others, it is not fitting for you to be called human. Have patience. The rose and the thorn, and sorrow and gladness are linked together. I fear God, and next to God I mostly fear them that fear him not. When the belly is empty, the body becomes spirit, and when it is full, the spirit becomes body. Whoever acquires knowledge but does not practice it is as one who plows but does not sow. The rose and the thorn, and sorrow and gladness are linked together. If a gem falls into mud, it is still valuable. If dust ascends to heaven, it remains valueless. Make no friendship with an elephant keeper, if you have no room to entertain an elephant. One day in Baghdad, the central bazaar caught on fire. Someone came to me and told me that my store had been spared in the fire. I replied, "Praise be to God." At that moment I became ashamed before people for selfishly seeking my own advantage. 30 years now I have been seeking God to forgive me for once saying that, "Praise be to God."